Fans of the Horus Heresy, thank you for joining me for a quick how-to review. And this is about grafting banner poles. Interesting. So what do I mean by grafting banner poles? Well, I bought a number of sets of the Iron Hands Legion Mark III squad, which is an all-in Legion specific resin miniature set for the Iron Hands, and you get 5 tactical marines. You get all the bolt guns, and they all come in some, with specific hands and starred armor. You also get these really nice Vexilla backpacks, which has got this this banner with these two sort of almost like servo skulls on it. This perhaps isn't the best example. It's a little bit. This one was quite badly air bubbled, shall we say. Anyway, but you can see the design, and it's a good design. So I ended up with quite a lot of these because I bought several sets of the Mark III Legion armour, and just to show you what it looks like on the Marine. So here we've got a guy out of the Mark III Iron Hands Legion set, and there you go. And this is a Squad Vexilla bearer, and there you go, got the Vex on it. Looks very nice. Got all this cabling design as well, and it also connects into his backpack as well, which is cool. Anyway, so I've got 4 tactical squads of Marines, so I like the Iron Hands look, so I thought, well, I can probably do some conversions with these guys, and I just thought I'd show you where that led me. So the first thing was a very straightforward conversion. So this is a Mark II Space Marine. Crusade armour, and Mark IIs and IIIs have a common shared backpack design, so it's very straightforward, just to take the part and stick it on him. But rather than have the same pose every time, on this one I noticed the attachment points between the skull and the banner is quite thin actually, so I thought, well, I could cut that off and then heat it up in some hot water and then repose it, and that's what I did. So I decided to create the look that these servo skulls are almost like articulated through this cabling, and they can look in their own directions. So yeah, so with this guy, the servo skull's almost looking in the opposite direction. Perhaps it's seeing something interesting. You might imagine it's connected in some sort of sensory equipment attached into the Marine's auto sensors in his powered armour. So that was that. Now I then bought another, so that's my Mark III, my Mark II squad. I then bought a Mark V squad, and of course Mark V's have got a different backpack design. They have a backpack design shared with the Mark VI Marine. And here we have what I did. Now I wanted to keep the armour consistent, so I was much bolder with this one, and I took the original backpack, and using a powered Dremel style tool and a grinding head, I just basically cut it away from the backpack, and and that was the remains of the backpack after the deed was done. So yeah, a little bit sorry looking, but I'm sure that'll turn up in a conversion or as a bit of scenery at some point. So I did that. Now the resin banner pole running up the centre there, I made a bit of a hash of cutting it off, and I damaged it. So I just simply cut it all away and then bored in a piece of stiff steel wire, which I then drilled into the backpack as well. This time I cut both of the skulls off and then completely repose them. So here it's a much more dynamic pose, as if both of the skulls have got the attention of whatever this Marine appears to be reacting to. So yeah, Mark V. So actually, let's put him there. And there's a Mark II, and then there's Mark III. Oops. There we go. Right, I then got a Mark VI squad, and I'm part way through doing this. So I've done exactly the same thing again. Oops. I've cut the banner away from the backpack. I made a better job of the banner pull this time, and I managed to save it. And I've drilled a long steel pin all the way up to the top. Always important to, well, I always try to make my banners really strong on these because they're quite fragile sometimes, and particularly when you cut them off the main backpacks. And here's the Marine who's going to be the Vexilla bearer in my Mark VI squad. So that's a Forge World Mark VI Marine. And I've drilled his backpack out, and that's going to drop in there like that. I've also done the careful craft knife work to detach the head there, or the skull, from this central icon. I just thought I'd show you quickly. So I have a thermos mug of freshly boiled hot water here. So I should carefully remove the lid, and then let's just sort of quickly show you repositioning one of those skulls. There you go. Put the other one in another place. The reason I'm doing this video is just to show you how these Legion specific kits often have a lot of nice unique options on them, and with a bit of converting work you can blend them into other models with different armor marks and styles quite seamlessly, and create some really nice continuity of your theme. And there you go. I mean, that goes something like that. I don't know what the final pose I'll put on this particular one will be. I'll work around on this one a bit, and this cable here will need heating up and putting into position as well to connect into his backpack. But yeah, so quite neat though, and it shows you what you can do with a bit of an idea and a bit of careful modelling work, and you know how you can reuse spare parts and put them onto other models rather than buy lots of extra, say, command upgrade sets. There you go. So I hope you've enjoyed that little how-to on banner grafting. Thank you very much for watching. I'll speak to you next time, and goodbye.